Want to know one of the best cities in Texas? Prosper, Texas. If you haven't heard yet, Prosper, Texas is a hot little town just booming right now. So if you want to learn more about Prosper, Texas, stay tuned. Hello, my name is Dana Pollard, and I've lived in Texas since I was 4 years old, and I've been selling real estate for over 12 years now, and I sold new homes, had investment properties, and I have a great team that can help you narrow down where to live in this vast state of Texas. So if you need help narrowing down where to live or finding the best communities in Texas, then fill out my dream home questionnaire below and you will get an email with the link to schedule a Zoom call with one of my most amazing trained agents. And if you want to join me on my Texas Tuesday call and ask me anything you want, again, you'll get that link in the email once you fill out the dream home questionnaire. Located just 31 miles north of Dallas, Texas, is Prosper. Now, Prosper, it's in both Collin and Denton counties, and if you need to commute from Prosper to Dallas, then it's about, I would say during rush hour, a 45 to 50 minute commute, maybe an hour on a bad day. Without traffic, it's just 35 minutes. Now, one reason why this commute is a little shorter than some of the other, like I would say Little Elm or some other neighboring cities, is because it's located right on the Dallas North Tollway. So you can just hop on the tollway and buzz on down. Population wise, it's only, like it was recorded for 2019, 22,000. But I would say in the last year, with the whole pandemic, that is probably starting to skyrocket. So it does feel like a small town environment right now, but do plan on in about 5 to 10 years, the suburb city is going to boom. The budget for Prosper, Texas right now, there are listings for $387,000 on up to $2.2 million. And there is one listing at $4.9 million, and it's ginormous. It's 29,000 square feet. But I don't know, like that is literally the only home at $5 million in Prosper, Texas, not just on the market, but that is sold in the last 3 years. And so I don't know if you want to purchase the most expensive home in the city. Now, the median home price is about $630,000. So plan on, I would say even the average is around $650,000. So that's kind of what you can get for your money in Prosper, Texas. Median household income is upwards of $140,000 a year. So they named the city Prosper because they envisioned people would prosper in this city. Now, quick little fact, they wanted to call Prosper Richland. In the beginning, that's what they were going to name it. But then when they found out there was another city named Richland, they called it Prosper. So here are 7 things that I love about Prosper, Texas. The first thing I love about Prosper is it's a small town feel. Now, yes, I just said that in 5 to 10 years, it probably won't feel so small, but right now you can drive through Prosper and see acres of land undeveloped. They do have a small town square, and then along the Highway 380, you're going to find restaurants, you have a grocery store, a movie theater, like 5 minutes within any of your neighborhoods in Prosper. Now, even though it's a small town environment, what's really cool about Prosper is it's just 10, maybe 15 minutes from the amenities of Frisco, Texas. Now, many people love Frisco. It's new and shiny, it's the hot spot, it's the name, and it has the Star, which is the Dallas Cowboys headquarters and their practice facility with restaurants and shopping. Anyway, this is not a video about Frisco, but I do have one on Frisco if you want to watch it. But what's great, my whole point in that is the good thing about Prosper is you can get more for your money in Prosper and more land in Prosper than Frisco, and yet Frisco's just 10 minutes away. Second thing I like about Prosper, I briefly mentioned it, is you get larger lots in Prosper. And so I'm not saying we're talking acres. You can get acres in Prosper if you want a ranch. You can get homes on 5 acres, 10 acres, in the upwards of probably closer to the 2 million plus. However, if you want a traditional master planned community, then you can get, a little larger lot than Frisco. Frisco is known for having very small lots. Even the homes that are over $1 million, many of them are still only on 1/3 of an acre. So in Frisco. But in Prosper, you can get larger lots. It feels roomier. The streets in the neighborhoods are just a little bit wider. You may not notice unless you're driving neighborhood to neighborhood, but I've noticed that they're just slightly wider. Some of the new neighborhoods have the nicer curbs. So all that to say, I like the lot sizes in Prosper, Texas. The third thing I love about Prosper, Texas, and many people ask me, is the public schools. Prosper ISD, Independent School District, that's what ISD stands for. Prosper has fantastic public schools. We love the teachers, we love the environment, we love the curriculum, the extracurricular activities and sports. Prosper is very good for their public schools, and they have a high graduation rate. We give it a thumbs up for Prosper ISD. Which leads me to the fourth thing I love about Prosper. It's a wonderful place to raise a family. There are many young families in Prosper. There's many of, especially neighborhood parks and trails. There are neighborhood pools, and then the city of Prosper has parks as well. So Prosper, Texas is a great place to raise a family, and if you've ever been concerned with allowing your kids to play out in the front yard, now using wisdom and the maturity level of your kids, I would feel comfortable letting my kids play in the front yard in Prosper, Texas. Let's just put it that way. The fifth thing that I love about Prosper, one of my things anyways, is I love that it has a traditional family environment, or traditional values, I would say, meaning you're gonna find many places of worship. Of course, it is Texas, so you can find many places of worship everywhere. But I would say it leans more on the traditional values, or maybe conservative side of things. If you're looking at the politics, it does lean conservative versus liberal. And it's just a good hometown feel. Number 6 is the low unemployment rate in Prosper, Texas. It's less than 3%. And why that is because, well, the median income is higher. There's a lower renters rate in Prosper, so you're gonna find more homeowners in Prosper. And then just think about this, like Dallas-Fort Worth in general has many corporate headquarters, and so there's an abundance of jobs in Dallas-Fort Worth. I would recommend, if you are looking for a job right now, Plano or those surrounding cities in Plano. Plano has many of headquarters in their city. If you can land a job in Plano or one of those surrounding cities, it's a great location because it opens you up to so many housing options, nice housing options, that the commute is not quite as far as if you landed in downtown Dallas. The last thing that I love about Prosper, Texas, and maybe not the last, I'm sure there's many other things I could think of if I thought about it longer, is I love the community environment of Prosper. So I kind of mentioned it earlier, it's kind of a small town feel. You feel like you have a hometown. The town of Prosper hosts annual Christmas, the 4th of July, and Prosper Founders Fest events. Now, the Founders Fest is usually held in May with a barbecue cook-off, a 5K race, a Sunday family fellowship, music festival, and an art show. So if you live in Prosper, you will love all these events. So now I'm gonna share the thing that I don't really like about Prosper, and then I'm gonna talk about some of the neighborhoods, just a brief overview. But feel free to reach out, fill out my dream home questionnaire below, and my agents, they sell many homes in Prosper, so they can help you narrow down where to live. Not just Prosper, but really the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. They can really help you narrow down where to live. So the con that I don't like about Prosper is it really is a little bit, it's kind of on that verge of being too far. Especially if you're going to be going to Dallas for many activities, events, or for commuting. It just feels just a little bit far for us Dallas-Fort Worth folks. And if you need any kind of public transportation, forget it. Call an Uber. Now, in Texas, you definitely want to get your own car. If you're from New York or something where you don't have to buy a car, you're going to want to budget a car, especially if you live in Prosper, Texas. So let's talk about some of the best neighborhoods in Prosper. Now there's many to choose from, but these I'm just gonna highlight real fast for you. And then again, if you want some help, fill out my dream home questionnaire and one of my agents can absolutely help you. If you love master planned communities, you know, the fitness center and pools and all that, one of my very favorite master plan communities in all of Dallas-Fort Worth is called Winsong Ranch in Prosper, Texas. Now listen, prices range about $400,000 on up to $1.1 million. They are still building in this neighborhood, and it's just one of my favorite, and I'll share why. The average price point is about $650,000 in Winsong Ranch. Now listen, these are the really cool things about Winsong. The best thing is it's the lagoon. So the developers who created Winsong, they built a lagoon, and it's like this ginormous pool with, you can paddleboard, you can kayak, hang out. It's a really nice lagoon, and it's like tropical blue. They're trying to mimic a tropical paradise, and whatever genius came up with this, spot on. There's a fitness center, a cafe, walking trails, pools, so many things to do in Winsong Ranch, and it is centered around community, which is one thing I love about these master planned communities. And so if you're an outdoors kind of person, this might be your retreat in the middle of Texas. Now listen, builders, if you want a new home, builders are selling out really fast. There's wait lists. You have to get an appointment. And so fill out my dream home questionnaire below and one of my agents can help get you in. Next, if you want a gated community, the Montclair is a new home community, a small community that is gated. Now there's no guard out front, but it is really nice to have a gated community. The budget is 1.8 to about 2.5 million. And what I love about the Montclair is, well, yes, it's gated, but it's situated very close to the Dallas North Tollway, so it's easy access to just jump on the freeway and head to downtown Dallas. Other nice communities in Prosper, about the 1 to 1.5 million range, is Parkside and Whispering Farms. Willow Ridge is a nice neighborhood community. It has community parks and pools and walking trails, has great schools, and the lots range from 1/4 to 1/3 of an acre. So I really like this about Willow Ridge. Lakes of Prosper. Lakes of Prosper have many young families. They have fitness and nature. So nature enthusiasts may really love this community clubhouse, greenbelt, jogging, biking path, and the playgrounds. And just another one to throw out there, although there's nothing on the market right now. I don't even want to share communities that don't have anything on the market because it'll be harder to secure a home. But I have to mention Gentle Creek because it has a golf course and country club. And so if you love golf, this is the place for you. Also, the lots can vary from like 1/4 of an acre to 1.5 acres in Gentle Creek Estates. So Dana, tell me the next step. Well, hey, let's meet on Zoom. Whether you are a year out or even need to move this month, the next step is to fill out the Dream Home Questionnaire in the link below. In the Dream Home Questionnaire, you will paint a picture for me of what you want in a dream home and in a community. And after you share your favorite snack, you will click the submit button and an email will be sent to you with a link to book a consultation call with me via Zoom. We will get to meet online and you can ask me anything you want about Texas. Then we will narrow down some great areas for you. And when you're ready, I have a team to help you find the perfect home for your family. So go ahead, don't be shy. The link is below in the description. And while you're at it, follow me on Instagram and you can get to know me a little more in a more personal way. I look forward to meeting you.